welcome back to my channel. This is Flosstube number 7 and we are in week 3 of StitchyAdvent2023. My name is Caroline, this is my Stitch Corner and this channel is all about my stitchy things, about cross stitch, sewing, knitting and all of the other crafty things I get up to. Yeah, I'm really glad that you clicked on my video because, as I said last week, December is full of amazing content, of a lot of videos, and on top of that we all have a lot to do in this time of year leading up to Christmas. So I really hope that that my video will bring you a little bit of downtime. Maybe you can take out your stitching or knitting or whatever you want to do and relax a little bit. Yeah, so I think this week's video will be a little bit shorter, but I thought that last week as well and it was like 1 hour long, so we will see. I have to say one thing starting up. Do you know what the very best thing about weekly videos is? It forces me to tidy up my craft room. This tends to get to be quite a mess. And at least the area that you can see I like to have tidy and nice. There's still my serger over there because I'm in the midst of sewing my Christmas dress, and yeah, more about that at the end of this video. I don't have any knitting to show you this week, so it will be cross stitch first and then just my progress on my Christmas dress. Yeah, other than that, I have a question for you. I was thinking about what videos I want to do in the next few weeks, months, and I think I want to do a whip parade, and I was not sure about it because I just did one in September when I did my very first video. But I really like the idea of having a whip parade at the start of a new year and maybe for me as well to look back. So I hope you will enjoy it, and I have some changes in that whip pile that happens in September. So that's what I'm planning to do, probably December 30th or 31st, so New Year's Eve maybe. That's my plan. And then, would you like to see a finish parade? I don't have that many finishes, I have a few of them, and I would like to have all of them in one video for the year as well. And because this would only take maybe like 10 minutes or so to show, I thought maybe adding on my favorite kits and charts that I may start in the next year. Do you want to see something like that? Please let me down below, you would help me out a lot. Little bit of a life update before we get onto cross stitch. I had a good week. I'm fully back to work now, not sick anymore, yay! I had a busy week because the weeks leading up to Christmas are always very, very busy at work for me. And then on Friday there was an intern announcement is it called an announcement? But yeah, they're looking for a new person for a very, very exciting job. It's a job with a lot of responsibility and a lot of management responsibility, and I decided that I'm going to apply for it. On the paper, I meet all the necessary requirements, but I have no idea if I have a chance for the job. Really no idea. I'm young, I would be very young for such a job, and yeah, I'm just gonna try. We'll see in the next year if it works out, and if it doesn't work out, don't have that much work to do. So I'll be fine either way, but that's what has been on my mind for the weekend for a little bit. yeah, I think that's it. The weekly videos, time flies, and it's kind of just work, stitch, sleep, repeat. So yeah, I said I wanted this video to not be that long, so I will stop rambling now and get on to cross stitch. I have all of them down here. On Monday this week, I started a cute little ornament called Mine by Brittercup design. This was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine that I don't know the issue on top of my head. If you want to know, if I don't say a magazine issue, or if you're curious, please let me know down below, or via email or on Instagram, and I will be happy to look it up for you. But the first one is, as I said, called Mine by Brittercup design, and I still have a needle in there. Wonderful. And it's done! Yay! He is so cute, and I'm calling him a he because I have a cat, a male cat named Mario, and I think they look a little bit alike. And how cute is this cat holding that huge sugar cane, candy cane, I think it's called, right? So this is stitched on 32 count natural opalescent linen by Swigert, 2/2, and it is called for fancy floss, but I used the DMC conversion, and they had this little berry here was yellow in the original, and there's no yellow in there anywhere else, so I just used the pink from the candy cane because the yellow just wasn't fitting for me. And he's cute! I love him. At first I thought he would be too big for an ornament and that he had to be a pillow, but that's my hand. I think it's fun. I hope to get this finished into an ornament maybe today if I can do it with my dress, or next week at the latest. I want to have this up by Christmas next weekend. So that is mine. Yeah. Then on Tuesday I started this one. Does it show? I think so. This is called Woodland Cheer by Dimensions Gold Petite. It's a kit, and I think it's a new release from this year. The original is stitched on an 18 count beige Aida, and one, I don't like to stitch on Aida, and two, I don't know if you can see this, but on the chart there is a ton of white French knots in the background. I will not do that many French knots. I thought about maybe doing beads, but then I just opted for this dotted fabric instead. So this is a 32 count Petit Point. I don't know if that's the original. Yeah, little dot, natural linen. And this is my start. So yeah, so this way I can go around doing French knots and I don't have to do it in Aida, so win-win. I did a little bit of a start on there. Yeah, this will definitely not be finished for Christmas this year, but it started. So that's it. That's the Tuesday start. Then on Wednesday I had plans in the evening. I met up with an old friend to go to the Christmas market, and so it was like 9:30 in the evening when I came home, so I have a very pitiful start. The chart that I had in that day's Advent is this one. It's Cabin in the Woods by Tiny Modernist. It is out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine. I think is it 2019, I think? But she has released this in the meantime, and it's on her website, so I will link it down below. And it's just, it screams winter and coziness, and very pretty. So, and the thing with this is I'm happy to stitch this in January as well. I am stitching this on 32 count vintage blue linen by Zweigart. So it's, I don't know if it comes across, but it's a little bit of a mottled light blue. And that's my start. Doesn't even show. It's like one thread of white in there. That's it. There was no time for more that day. On Thursday, I started another magazine charts. Most of them are from magazines. This is not a Christmassy one this time. It's called Be Kind, and it is by Beth Paterini. I am stitching this on a Picture This Plus 40 count velour. I got a tiny piece of that. And this is it. I love the fabric. I love the chart. And I love that variegated floss. So I did a color conversion for this. This is my floss. So I looked through my stash and the words I am doing in Classic Colorworks Bejeweled. Do I pronounce this correctly? Bejeweled? Bejeweled? Sorry. And then I just grabbed some other colors from stash. Yeah. And I love the variegation of the bejeweled floss. Very, very cute pattern, and I'm super excited that it started now and that I can probably finish this quite quickly because it's a small one. And yeah, it's 40 count, so I'm doing 1/2. Obviously, I guess. Next, we have Friday. Friday was another start that is not Christmassy or winter related, but from a magazine. It's those gardening cards by Faye Walsh out of the Cross Stitcher magazine. Again, I don't know the issue on top of my head, but I can look it up for you if you want. And I chose to do this one. Friday was another one of those days that I had to work long. Then I started doing a little bit on my dress, so I just got to a tiny start, but a cute one. Isn't this cute? Of course, there's the back stitching that's missing, but very, very lovely. I am stitching this on a 28 count even weave by Zweigart. I don't know the name of it because I got it in like a multi-pack, but I think it could be platinum, probably. Next up, and this one I have already put into a project bag I made. On the bag I have this super cute fabric. It's, I think, meant for upholstery, so it's super soft and thick, but it looks so cool with the shadows. And yeah, that's the front. It's a vinyl front. I have had this made for months now, but I haven't had a project to put in it. But now what's in there is this gorgeous thing. It's called the Black and White Sampler by Marie Barber. Yeah. From the Just Cross Stitch magazine of December 2008. So quite a ways old. I was looking for this, but I didn't find it. So maybe you can get it somewhere, but you can get the back issues of Just Cross Stitch magazine. And this would have been perfect for Black Sample in November, obviously, but I started it on, well, yesterday. So we will see. Will I have this done by next November? It's not that big. It's 141 by 131, so not huge. I am stitching this on Fiber on a Whim stone, yeah, 36 count. And at first I did the first thread with 1/2, but I just prefer the coverage that 2/2 gives, the 36 count. And that's my start from yesterday. Again, small start because I was occupied with sewing my dress, but I love it. The color or the floss I'm using is the called for Gentle Art Black Crow. I had thought that this would be more variegated. I probably could have done 3799, but I have it now and it only requires 2 skeins, so that's fine. Those little stars here are supposed to be, or not supposed to be, but in the pattern it calls for Algerian eyelets. I know how to do Algerian eyelets, I've done it on my chatelaine, but I prefer the dainty backstitch stars, so I went for those. Yeah, I love it. I think this is going to look gorgeous when it's done. And then we are up to today, and I have a problem. Well, that's the pattern. Does it? Yeah, I think it shows. So it's one of my 4 bigger starts that I have on Sundays, my planned Sunday starts. This is Celestial Sampler by Nancy Rossi from Kooler Design. You can get it on their website. And it's a stitch that you don't see that much. And so I wasn't able to get inspiration concerning flosses, or not flosses because I'm doing the cold forest since it's almost full coverage, but fabric. The thing with this is it's almost full coverage, but not totally, because there's all those spaces here that the fabric will show through, so I didn't want to do just a white one. It calls for 14 count white Ada, which I don't get at all because there's fractionals in there, and I personally wouldn't do fractionals on Ada, but okay. And it tells me to use 3 strands of floss for cross stitch and 1 strand for back stitch, and it has a blended threads with 1 and 2 mixed threads as well. Sorry. Okay, so it has a ton of colors, and I got this gorgeous fabric. I mean, it screams celestial and sky to me. 28 count linen by XG Designs in the color Galaxy. So I started this morning with the 3 strands of DMC, and that's where I am. I started in the middle, and the problem, I have a few problems with this. First, 3 strands, no thank you. It's not fun. I like to do loop starts, and I'm fine with doing pin stitch, but not with 3 strands. The back is a mess, and I'm not sure if it blends too much with the fabric. So yeah, I can show you my needle minder in the meantime, because that one I love. I made it myself and I think it fits perfect. But back to my problem. I have a few options now. Option number one, I stay with that fabric because I mean in the middle it's basically all full coverage, and then up there is one color that's very similar, and I could outline that with gold maybe. If I stay with this fabric though, I would definitely go down and do 2 strands for the cross stitch and 1 strand for the back stitch. Would it blend even more if I did that? I don't know. The other option I have is going with a different fabric and maybe going up to a 32 count so that I can do 2 strands for the cross stitch and 1 strand for the back stitch, and maybe do the fabric I have the little cabin in the woods on, because there will be plenty left. So maybe do this instead, but then this one will be probably not show, but the dark blue, this one here, is the color that is comes up the most in the chart. Or go with a completely different. Would you do white? But white's boring. Or maybe like a gray, but gray sky. What do you think? I really cannot decide on this. Please help me out. Maybe you can let me know down below what would you do. My plan for today is to set this aside, not have this as my start for today, because I will pick this start out anyways. Maybe get some help from you guys and hear your suggestions, or do you know of a perfect fabric for this? I would order anything at this point, probably. And yeah, and my plan is to restart this next year in January, either for the new moon, which is I think around the 10th, or for the full moon around the 24th or something like that. So yeah, and because I still need a start for today, what I'm going to do later today is restart my Christmas sampler by daily pattern post on Etsy that I had to abandon earlier this year because I started in the wrong spot, and I was looking for an opportunity to restart this anyway. So this is what I'm going to do later today. Yeah. And that is it for my Stitchy Advent new starts for the last week. We started strong with a finish and yeah, ended a little bit on a meh. But yeah, please help me out on that one. Yeah, as I said, that's it for Stitchy Advent, and next up I want to talk a little bit about plants. I am so excited because today I finally will share with you my Christmas Eve start. I was not going to say anything before because I saw this chart at November, at like the middle of November on Flosstube, and I ordered it like the same day on 1 to 3 Stitch. So it was November 22nd. And then I asked the Flosstuber if she wanted to do a stitch along with me, and we decided to go for start on December 24th. So it was 1 month and 2 days to get to me. I still don't have that chart, and I was so scared that it would not get here in time, but now it's in Austria already. It's at customs in Vienna, and they may take 1 or 2 days or maybe 3 to get it through customs, and then it takes 1 day to reach me. So it will be here by Christmas. If not, I'm gonna cry, but I am fairly certain that it will be here. So what special chart am I talking about? It is called the Biedermeier Sampler by GGR. And I'm going to put a picture here of one of the internet photos. And you're probably going to think, what? Why? But hear me out. I saw this chart on Shiloh's channel, StitchyMD. And the photos just don't do it justice. They don't even do the chart picture justice. So she showed it and I was in love immediately and ordered it, and I'm going to do a stitch along with Shiloh, and I'm so excited. I'm like a little fangirl. She was one of the first Flosstubers I started watching. I watched every single video of hers. She's amazing, so I am super excited to start this along with her in 1 week's time. If it comes, it has to. So I'm going to do this, but not going to do this as charted because I don't particularly like those colors, or I like them, but I wouldn't like put it up if it's done, I guess. So I have two choices in mind. One of them is doing it all in blues, so different blue tones and like a light blue fabric. Or the other one would be doing it on a vintage country mocha fabric with browns and oranges and yellows, which would fit perfectly into my living room. The blue one would fit into my craft room, so I probably decide when it's here. I will just pick floss from stash and just do one band of alphabets of flowers and pick colors for that. But what would be your preferred color scheme? Would you do blues or browns? I mean, browns sounds drab, but I think it could be really stunning and warm, and yeah, maybe throw some reds in there. So yeah, or blues with like peacock colors. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to have it in my hands. Other plans. I told you that I am going to do the modern fork embroidery stitch along next year, and I was thinking about what fabric I want to do it on. Maybe do it on a dark one, which would really pop, but I'm not going to do such a huge project on like a black fabric. No thank you. And since I'm doing Fruits of Plenty on a piece of fabric and green flosses, I decided to use the same fabric I'm doing Fruits of Plenty on, because I have plenty left. This is a 32 count Lucan. Is it? I wrote it on there, but I'm not sure if that's... It's like an even weave with a linen color on it. And I'm probably going to use, where are they? Those two. Yeah. I think this will look gorgeous, and it would match the other one when they're done in 55 years. And yeah, is what I'm going to do for that one. Maybe a little bit of unusual colors for the theme or for the stitch, but that is what I like, so that is what I'm going to do. And last but not least, one more plan I have, but it's a little bit out in the future. So I was watching Frala Knit Swip Parade yesterday, and she was talking about the fact that it's a leap year next year. And we always need an excuse to start something, right? So I will have a leap year start next year on February 29th. And I have not fully decided on what I'm going to start. But the leap year is very special, right? There is a leap year sale going on, that you start a project that you plan to finish until the next leap year. But I don't know if I want to commit to that, because I might start my big chatelaine. I know I said that I would not start that before I finished my small one, but I really want to get it started, and it would be a perfect excuse, like the leap year start, February 29th. What do you think? Yeah, so I still have a little bit of time to think about that, obviously, but just want to throw it out there and maybe also enable you to start a leap year project or to start thinking about a leap year project. Yeah, so other plans are finishing up my last week of Stitchy Advent. There is still my painted hippo that I was planning to do 1 page a month, but I think we're now at the point that I will say that December will be a break from that, because I'm just not in the mood to stitch on a bunch of black right now. I don't know what I will want to do between Christmas and New Year's. I have to work 3 days in that week as well, so probably I will want to stitch more Christmassy stuff. So we'll see. Maybe I will get to it, maybe not. You will see at the end of December, I guess. Yeah, and now we're on to haul. I have my 123 stitch order that should reach me next week, and there's not only that Biedermeier sampler in there, of course. If I order from the US and if I have to pay customs, it should be worth it. So other than that, I was looking for some nerd hoops, and I have a small one, but I wanted some bigger ones, and I found them at a online store in Slovenia, and I got 2 of those bigger ones. And I like the tension hoops that are like with those spring tension thingies, because those are the only hoops besides the Q-snaps that get my fabric as taut as I want it to be. And sometimes if I want to stitch, if I have tiny margins, Q-snaps are not that great for me. I could add some fabric, but yeah, that's that. And because I was on that side anyways, and because I wanted to reach the threshold for free shipping, I had a look around and they had a sale on dimensions kits. Oops. So I got only 3, so it's not that bad. I got this super cute and tiny ornament sleigh. It's on plastic canvas. Yeah, that one. Then I got another plastic canvas kit for those 4 ornament glasses, and it has the wire in there too to make the hangers. Super nice. And then I got one more, not Christmassy one. Do you know this? Sorry for the glare. Do you know this image? Do you know this pattern? Do you know who enabled this? This is Autumn Glory, and Jessie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff just finished this a few weeks ago. She has been stitching this since 2015, I think. I think it was her oldest whip, and this year it was her goal to finish it, and the finished piece, oh my god. And when I saw this on sale for like 15 euros, what, I had no choice. She changed, so it's with 14 count Ada, and she changed it to 28 count linen, which I will definitely do as well. I have no immediate plans to start this, but it's beautiful on here. But go and look at her Instagram or her YouTube if you haven't seen this done, because it's stunning. Yeah, other than that, as I said, I have my 123 stitch order coming in, and I also ordered some CXC floss from the UK, which I don't know if I will get by next week, probably not. but I want to try them because it's so expensive to get DMC for me here. It's really, really like 2 times as expensive as for you guys in the US. And I just want to try them, see if it's a possibility to change them out. Maybe not for all projects, but maybe for some. So that's that. Before we get onto my giveaway winner and the giveaway for this week, I want to mention 3 Flosstubers. I have watched a few more, but these 3 I really like and I haven't mentioned them before. One of them is Elizabeth from Savory Sewing. Probably most of you know her already, but she makes frequent videos. She's super nice. I find she's really nice to listen to. She has a super comforting voice, I would say, and beautiful stitches, of course. Then we have Jamie. I just discovered her this week from Crafty Gaming Jamie, and she just posted a whip parade yesterday. So if you watch this the day it comes out, so go and check her out if you don't know her yet. And then the third one I want to mention is Cameron from Camp Stitcher. She just seems so nice and I want to be her friend. And I'm just admiring her from afar until then, I guess. She does some super quirky stitches. She's the queen of color conversions. And she also does some more like sampler stuff and all of the things, and I always like to watch her videos when they come out, and she has a new one up as well. So yeah, that's it for Flosstube shoutouts for this week, and on to giveaway. Last week's giveaway was this project bag I made. Super Christmassy. And my December chart by the Cricut collection that I finished at the beginning of December. And I entered all the comments that had the word December in them into a comment picker, and the winner is Crossed Threads. So congratulations, and please write me a DM on Instagram or an email. Both information is down below, and I will need your address, and then I will get this out to you. I don't think it will reach you by Christmas time. I will try to get it out to you as soon as I have your information, but yeah, international postage will take some time, but you will have it for next year. As you can imagine, I made another project bag for one of you. And it's spring-like. I mean, I'm sitting here with my Christmas sweater. It's cold outside. We haven't even had Christmas yet, but spring will come. And so I really love this fabric, so I made this super cute strawberry project bag. I have a similar one in a similar fabric, so we're gonna match again. And on the inside, it's this beautiful green mandala kaleidoscope fabric. Again, it's a little bit smaller than the standard project bag, so that I can ship it internationally. And along with that project bag, I will send you again some ballpoint needles in the size 26. And I picked out 3 magazines for you. Those 3 are cross-country stitching, and I want to show you my favorite charts from each magazine. So the first one is April 1998, and my favorite in there, oh my god, look how cute. I love the half circle frame, very pretty. And of course there are other charts in there too. Then we have Spring Special 2006, and in there is the Shaker Folk ABCs. I mean, aren't these adorable? And they're all 26 letters. I will only show you this page because on the other pages there are charts. And the next one is April 2007. So I picked out all the spring issues. And my favorite, look at that sampler. Oh my god, the peacocks, the beehive, the letters. Gorgeous. So if you want to win those, if you want to stitch that beautiful sampler, what I wanted to say, all of these are like, I mean, they're not new obviously, but they're not marked, they're not creased, nothing. They are in perfect condition. If you want to win the project bag and the magazine, so there you can see the size of the project bag, and the ballpoint needles, please leave me a comment down below with the keyword spring in there. So I'm very curious what you come up with for a Stitchy Advent video with the keyword spring. And yeah, you have to be over 18. You please don't use the word giveaway or winner, just one sentence or just the word spring. You have to be a subscriber to my channel, and yeah, I will need your address to ship it out to you, obviously. I think that's it, and I will draw the winner for this next week on Christmas Eve. And that's it for cross stitch this time. So I feel like I bust through all of my things. I feel like I was talking super quickly. I hope it wasn't that bad. I maybe had too much coffee, I don't know. Yeah, if you were only here for cross stitch, thank you so much for watching. I will go on and talk a little bit about my Christmas dress. I have it lying there and it's not done yet, but I made great progress and I will show you where I am. And if you're not up for that, thank you so much for watching, and I will hope to see you next week. But if you want to stay on, I'm gonna grab that now and show you the progress of my dress. So if you're new, I just want to show you again which dress I'm doing. I'm doing the Shivani dress by H2 Stitch. It's an indie pattern company, and I really like her patterns because first she does a full bust adjustments built into the pattern, which is amazing for me. And second, she does really in-depth instructions, so yeah, you just follow along and you can do it. You can really do it. So yes, I have sewn quite a bit, but I have not learned it from anywhere special. I just learned it from YouTube, trying a lot and making mistakes, and from those amazing instructions that are out there. Yeah, the fabric I'm using is this plaid fabric. My husband calls it gift wrap fabric. And I looked it up now, and it's a poly rayon blend. I got it on sale last spring, and it's super nice to the touch. So it's not natural, completely natural fiber as I thought it would be, but it is lined, so that's fine. I had 3 meters of it, and I think the instructions said I would need 3.5, and I did quite a lot of pattern matching with the plaid, but I was fine. So I had to finagle it a little bit, but I got all my stuff cut out. I have some lining as well. Let me show you. That's my lining fabric. It's the basic dark green lining fabric. Yeah. So how far did I get? I have cut all my pieces this week, and yesterday I started sewing, and we have like one front of a dress. So yeah, it doesn't look like much right now. I have done the pin tucks on the front. I have never done pin tucks before, but it's just straight lines, so nothing fancy there, just takes a little bit of time. And of course I really took care so that the stripes would match up. The okay, now I'm blanking. The neckline is just pasted at the moment, so it will be a little bit open, and then there's a loop up there as you saw in the picture with a button. I did the pockets because of course you need pockets. Nice deep pockets on both sides. They're anchored at the waist so that they don't flop around. I did the waistband, and the lining is done as well. Yeah, all the way down. Anything else? It's going to have a sash to tie, which is perfect because I don't know if I said this last time, but I would have had to do one size smaller for my waist, but I decided not to because Christmas dinner and just tie it with the sash to the size I need it, and if I don't eat that much, I just can tie it tighter or looser. And yeah. So I made the sash yesterday. And then I ran out of thread and I had to wind more bobbins and stopped for yesterday. So next up I think will be the back piece with an invisible zipper. Then sleeves. There's going to be a little bit of puff sleeve with they're like 3/4 length. And then putting those in. Making the neckline with the button. And then hemming. My plan is to finish this today. So I got really far yesterday. Basically the whole front piece is done. I have to do the back piece, hemming, and the sleeves. I want to do this today because I want to wear it for work tomorrow and Wednesday so that I can wear it 2 times in the week leading up to Christmas. I don't know if I would wear this. Maybe in January, yeah. Well, I'm rambling now. So, yeah, I will definitely have this done for my video next week because my plan is to film on Christmas Eve. It's Sunday. And I want to film like at noon when I'm all done and ready for our Christmas Eve plans. We will go to my in-laws and have dinner there. We will even take our cat to them, I think. He loves to go in the car with us, so that's our plan to do that. And yeah, that's my dress. I have been really careful to and sewing it with intention and not too quickly, and so that it is high quality and nice, and I'm super happy about how it's turning out so far. No big boo-boos yet. I mean, I sewed the bustard wrong for the lining on one side because I had 2 right sides and no left. So I had to pick that out and do it all over, but no biggie. Yeah, that's it for my Christmas dress. Going well so far. I'm on track, I would say. To wear it probably tomorrow, maybe? Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. That's really it. Thanks again if you stayed until now. I'm really curious how long this is going to be again. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you will have one amazing week leading up to Christmas, not so stressful, that you can get some time for yourselves in there. And I really hope to see you on Christmas Eve. Bye!